Welcome back to Pirate Adventures. When we last left off, we had a very dramatic, I would say, and highly eventful last session. The crew, after defeating the Sahagin, went on a bit of a shopping trip, found themselves a new chef, and was introduced to the mafia of the Slimes, led by the Toad Father, a joke I had been waiting to make for weeks.
For too long.
Too long. In the end, to get Tiff, who had a life debt to the Slimes, they traded a crew member.
Unwillingly.
Sure. Johnny Fourfingers. And sadly as well, on the last session, we didn't have audio from Gruzeel. So Gruzeel, if you'd like to say your thoughts on last session and some of the occurrences and how Gruzeel was reacting and his perception of things.
Yeah, I think with the Johnny thing, because that was probably the main thing, really. The other stuff wasn't really. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure Gruzeel didn't know Johnny was a thief. I don't think it was ever explicitly said to him. So I think he only confided that with Zorro, but I don't think
he
Zorro
told
ever.
everyone. I'm not sure.
I don't know, yeah, but that was not. That was kind of like on the deck, whereas Gruzeel would have been not necessarily there. So I don't think he knew. I mean, obviously he had missing fingers, but you know, Gruzeel being Gruzeel, probably just assumed he just had an accident or something. He's not gonna instantly make that connection to thief. So when confronted with his crimes, it was a bit. It was a very heat of the moment almost, because obviously you can't. You're stuck in a situation. At that point, he kind of, because then Johnny was a criminal. He felt that he should pay for his crimes, and he doesn't know how the authority works in this place. And he he had no option to give him up to the only authority that he's seen. He wasn't happy about it, obviously. I mean, he shed a tear. And even now, like, he's been very quiet the entire time. He's not really said a lot. So it's actually it's like handing your child over to the authorities because they've broken the law. You're disappointed, you're upset, but it's something that you have to do because he doesn't see himself as a criminal. That's why because he asked Kethra that very specifically if he was a bad person. So he doesn't see himself as a bad person. Because I know that obviously the argument is, well, he's a thief, but we're pirates, but he doesn't necessarily see himself as a pirate in that sense.
Okay.
So at the moment, yeah, he's quite upset because he's lost someone, but he's gained someone. But he's definitely not himself. He's definitely been a lot quieter than he normally is. Yeah, I think overall, he's kind of seen that this black market is very different to his own black market. Having someone just so unbelievably stubborn. Because by the time he dealt with the black market in Chrysia, he was well more established. Like, he knew them through other trades and through other people, like connections and stuff. Here he had no chance of doing any of that, which is probably why he's struggling here more than he would anywhere else. But yeah, he's a bit grossed out by the toads because I don't think he knows anything about grunts.
Never met a grung before.
No, so he's never really met a toad person. But again, it's just when he gets back, he'll be making notes on the toads, especially the fact that they can poison people when touching them. Definitely something. I mean, not necessarily an issue for him, but again, just generally could be an issue for others. Because he's immune. I don't know if he's immune. I know he's resistant. I know he's resistant to poison damage. I don't know. I assume he can't. He probably can be poisoned. I assume.
He can be poisoned. He's just resistant to damage.
Oh, okay. So yeah, there is that. But I think that's it for his headspace. I mean, he thinks Umbra's dodgy as crap. He doesn't trust him
Who doesn't?
whatsoever, especially because in a black market, he knows not to trust anyone from a black market. So
Yeah, you can trust Umbra. It's fine.
you know what? If it was
No one can trust
if it was
Umbra.
anywhere else, he probably would have done. But because he's in a black market, he's a lot warier.
It's on point.
From people there. Yeah, he's a lot sharper when he's in somewhere like this. Back to the ship, we'll probably back to his normal.
I think the fact that
So-
Umbra helped is the one key that helped Gruzeel get over the line.
Yeah, for sure. For now, yeah, for having him like sort of on board and as part of the crew, and obviously Kethra was happy, because she's the captain. And obviously Kethra was happy with the exchange as well. I think if Kethra had drawn her sword or chose to fight the Toad Father, he would
Well,
have
he
joined.
wasn't the Toad Father.
Oh, well, sorry, yeah, the Toad
Son of the Toad
yeah, sorry,
Father.
son of the Toad Father. He probably would have joined
Son
in with
of
that
a
as well.
preacher man.
He was kind of a following for that. But yeah, I think that's where he's at the moment.
Okay. Cool. Right. So we shall begin. So where we left off exactly was Tiff the Quickling quickly robbed the shop that you were looking for supplies in before. Probably, I'm just going to tell you now, enough for Tiff self for 14 days or so.
How am I supposed to? Okay.
I'm saying you don't really need to change anything about what you've currently got. I'm just saying Tiff as a crew member is a lot less food. So
So he probably
just-
counts as what, half or a quarter? Well, what's he?
quarter.
A quarter. So
He's tiny. He's
I'm
like
pretty much not gonna include him in food. I think it's just
yeah.
gonna be a bit-
I don't think you have to. I think you can comfortably say he can scrounge off people and still be comfortable.
Yeah.
Well, he's cook, so he eats while he cooks.
That too.
Yeah.
Got a taste test.
Alright.
Okay, so you guys are back on the longboat going back towards the ship. Now, as you're going towards the ship, there is another small longboat going across from you, and it seems to have two fishermen in. And on their way past, because it's just Alarias, Kethra, and Gruzeel in the ship,
And
isn't
Tiff.
it? And Tiff, sorry.
In the longboat, yep.
In the longboat, yeah. Okay, so can I have all your passive perceptions, please? I am trying to get
I
up,
can't
but
remember.
think
Where
you're
did Umbra and
faster.
Tim? Did Umbra and Tim already go back to the boat?
Yes,
Yeah,
we,
put them
on there, yeah.
we all went back together.
You all
Got
put them
Johnny.
on
Oh,
the
I
ship.
see. Got you.
I
Oh,
explained
okay.
Umbra had rules, and I'd probably explain more once we all got back from getting with Johnny.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
Okay.
14 passive perception.
Yeah, never mind. I just found it, so it's okay.
14 as well.
You're all 14. So you just hear, nah, man, everything airy. It's all good here, man. But you're telling me there was this huge. What was it? Like, what was that thing? Aye, man. I don't know what it was. It was some kind of creature. But it was bigger than a whale. And it had a long neck. All I know is I ain't going to the South Sea anytime soon. But if anybody can catch it, it'll get you a pretty penny, I reckon. Yeah, you're probably right. You're lucky to get out with your life. Everything airy. And they just sail past as you're going towards your ship.
Can Gruzeel ascertain what it is from his knowledge?
No, I
Bigger
don't
than-
believe you can.
Bigger than a whale with a long neck.
Yeah, I can't even think OC like what that is. If it's from the books.
Dragon comes to mind.
Loch-Ness monster.
I'll tell you what. Roll one of your history checks, Gruzeel,
Okay.
without the advantage.
Okay. History. Where are we? History check. You say?
Yeah, without advantage though.
Oh,
I could argue
yes.
that I know
Not probably the
the
time I want
Salties.
this, but it's a nat 20.
It's a nat 20.
Nat 20. Not the time.
Okay.
Not the best time to have one of those, but oh, never mind.
I need to double check which source book it is.
Oh.
I could argue that my character knows a fair amount of the seas, to know some creatures in it.
I mean, yeah, we've probably been to the south, so
Alarias, especially.
yeah, I would have been there, but
Yeah.
could have only just appeared.
Thing is, none of you would have seen this before.
Quite rare.
Dragon!
Yeah, that's
Or-
point. Yeah, what else could it be
or-
with a long neck? I suppose it could be
Nessie.
an aqua dragon. But then if it's an aqua dragon, they're in the monster manual, so I would know about them.
Yeah, I think these are in the monster manual. I'm just trying to
Could be Nessie.
find
This
it.
is a dragon turtle. But they don't have long necks, typically.
Could be some freak dragon turtle.
Could be. Could be. Dinosaurs? I know there's dinosaurs in some of the books, like a plesiad. Is it a plesiosaurus?
Umbra's
T-Rex.
only interested in people, so he wouldn't know.
Pterosaur.
Because it's like an like a swimming based.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure you sort of think, long neck, bigger than a whale, and it swims. Sounds like a creature that probably died on Chrissy a really long time ago. Sounds a bit like a dinosaur, but you can't quite get the name, mainly because I can't get the name because I don't know what it's. I don't know if it's definitely in the monster manual.
It's Nessie. It's definitely Nessie.
It's the.
But it's
Loch Ness monster.
it sounds like Nessie. Sounds like Nessie.
It's a isn't it a plesiosaurus? Isn't those?
It is
Yeah,
a
I just-
plesiosaurus.
Are
Yeah.
those the ones with the
Yeah.
big neck? They're more aqua based.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are. It is a plesiosaurus. I just couldn't remember if it's definitely a plesiosaurus
I
in the
think,
monster manual.
yeah, they're much smaller, or were much smaller. So you would probably have a
That's
bigger made-up version.
They're large. They're technically large in the books, but I suppose actual one is probably.
Yeah,
way
Yeah, but
what-
bigger.
compared to a T-Rex, which is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I think what we're gonna say is it sounds like a plesiosaurus, but he's saying it sounds way bigger than a regular plesiosaurus.
It's a mama.
I don't know about you guys, but did you have dinosaurs here?
I mean,
Time ago.
No, they're pretty rare.
yeah.
They've got to be pretty rare.
None of you have seen a
Yeah.
dinosaur before.
But
Do
do
we even know what
Would-
it is? When he
would
says
they?
the word,
What he's more asking is, have there ever been any in your history? Is that a thing here?
You wouldn't know.
Elves.
Even the elves, I
Just-
don't think would know.
No.
What about
They're old as fuck.
Tim's backstory? I'll have you find. I mentioned that all of the stuff on Tortilla Island was built out of the bones of old great sea beasts. Would that apply?
Okay, so yeah, you know they're old great sea beasts, but you can't necessarily say that they're definitely dinosaurs, nor that your tribe know what a dinosaur is. You just know these are great big sea beast bones.
great sea beast.
You're not there, Tim.
You're not even there.
We have back where I'm from, there's a creature. They used to, I suppose, be like that. Long neck, sea-based. But, you know, I don't know if you've had one or not.
Sounds like we have. Who knows? Who knew?
They're supposed to be
Right.
ancient where I'm from. Maybe they're not so ancient here.
Maybe it's just survived a long time.
Maybe.
Speaking of surviving, Tiff, I'm gonna have to sway you to secrecy on this.
Hey, okay, whatever you want to say.
But this isn't going to be. This conversation doesn't involve you, so I'm gonna sway you to secrecy. I'm afraid.
Okay, whatever you say, Captain. That's what we call it, right? Not boss or anything, just Captain, right?
Captain works.
Captain! Great, okay, yep, sworn to secrecy. Zoop.
We need to be careful about what we say about what happened to Johnny.
Are we not going to tell them the truth?
I think it's too fragile to our crew's morale to say we went in there and basically we wimped out to agree with the slimes, especially considering how close they are to the fleet. I should have done something differently, but we as a crew are not powerful enough to take on whatever they could pose as a threat. And unfortunately, as soon as Johnny went in there with us, he was gone. I propose that we make it as he sacrificed himself heroically to ensure we got out with Tiff.
He might still be alive. We don't know that.
And we can still keep that ambiguity, because in the future, I want to fucking take these slimes down.
I agree.
Dismantle them piece by piece. And if we end up finding Johnny in that, then I will owe him big time.
Well, that's gonna be another whole situation if that happens.
Okay, guys. I know I'm zip-lipped and everything, but if you're going back after the slimes, I'd like to stay out of it unless you can guarantee some safety, alright? I just got out of there.
Tiff, this isn't going to happen anytime soon. We are, right, as you'll see when you get to the ship, we're in no position to really take on the slimes.
Yeah, alright. Nobody is. That's why they're still there.
But we will. Mark my word. They won't be around for long.
She just, Tiff just leans into Alarias and just goes, is she always this serious? It's kind of scaring me a little bit.
She has a jokey side. You just got to break down the barriers.
Right, okay.
Tiff,
You'll-
we just
you'll
lost
get
one of
there,
our
Tiff.
crew.
I was talking to Alarias. Sorry, Captain. Yes, Captain. Starting to get the picture here, Captain. And by the way, I'm slowly nodding, but Tiff is like,
Are we all in agreement that we make Johnny a hero to the crew, and that he's one of the lost that could be gained again?
hey, whatever floats your boat.
Tiff, doesn't involve you, sorry.
Sorry.
I agree with that. Make him a martyr. Remember him.
Well, whatever you say, Captain. Whenever you plan on getting Johnny back, I'll be there with you.
Yep. Me too. I'll be there to kill those toad fucks.
Good. Because they're gonna meet and kill it.
He's gonna get slimy.
Just, don't let them touch you.
Poison slime.
Yes,
We're gonna need to be prepared for sure.
indeed.
But with Umbra, maybe some of that preparation can help.
Yes, Umbra.
He has his uses.
Oh, let's hope he doesn't blow up the ship while he's at it.
So you guys are aware, I agreed with a few rules with Umbra that could still that list can grow considerably over time, I can imagine.
Yeah.
The first of which is that he is not to experiment on any of the crew unless explicit consent is given across the crew member and most likely myself or Gruzeel. He's working as the assistant surgeon under Tim, so who knows how well that's going to go. So we may need to pay close attention to both of them as we do our rounds around the ship, just to make sure that they're not up to anything untoward.
I'm sure Tim will be fine. Tim's a trustworthy fellow.
He's a gentle soul. He might be edged into certain things or persuaded into certain
Who
things.
knows? Umbra has this brain on him.
I mean, everybody does.
No. In his satchel.
In his fanny pack.
In his satchel, he has a pickled brain.
Oh,
Why you gotta say pickled?
Anything in salt water is pickled, so we're in the sea, so I'm assuming it's salt water.
I mean, what, like as a snack?
He claims that it's the brain of his former master, and that he wants to collect a myriad of body parts. Like that's why he was so interested in Sahagin. He was interested in a myriad of body parts to try and recreate his master. For now, I've agreed with Umbra that he doesn't do that right now.
I mean, is that even how that works?
I'm not the person who's going to answer that question, Gruzeel. Frank, to be honest, that's way out of my pay grade, or my knowledge base. But for now, we've agreed. We've got a rule that he doesn't pursue that, but we may need reminding him. It may be in the future that he can work as a side project. We may have some space or something, maybe. But for now, we can get trust with him. There's no way he's going to do that on our ship.
But isn't there, like, magic for that?
Yeah, there's magic, but if you do it the wrong way, it could blow up in your face. Messing with life and death. It's a risky business.
I see. And we have Umbra that's doing that magic.
Yeah.
Well, don't I feel safe?
Not yet. He's not allowed to do it yet. So there's that. So as long as we're all aware, because I'm not magically inclined, Alarias, so you're going to have to pay more attention to that than I will.
Yeah. I don't think he should have a room.
Don't you
Or any
magic people
sorts.
have, like, some weird magic feelies that
Yeah,
go
I
around?
I can sense it. Yeah, I get the magic tingles.
Well, Umbra's not an officer anyway, so he's just in the hammock
Yeah.
in the crew.
Probably a good thing. Although, that means he's kind of in close proximity to a lot of unconscious other people.
Well, it's only Barry and the three-clawed devil asleep there at the moment, so it's not too many.
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't piss her off. That probably won't end well.
Who knows? But for now, we've got to keep an eye on him until we can get this trust. We're going to have to take him out with us when we go on excursions, I think, to make sure he doesn't do anything when we're not around.
Do we have a brig on the ship?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, the bomb.
You'll see the
Pri-
ship again in
Okay,
a
yeah.
second.
Yeah,
Brig's the prison, isn't it?
there is a break, yeah.
Yeah,
we can
got
always
the
throw him
bomb.
in the brig if he causes issues.
Yeah, that's always an option.
I think that's the last. I think that's a what's that end resort? Last resort kind of situation. You see, he looks like he means well, at least, and I think he can benefit us.
Also,
But
how
he's-
many flowers has he got in his bag? That doesn't seem
Seems
to
like
make,
our magical bag.
well, it doesn't
just
really
keeps
make
pulling them out.
sense because, like, unless he's got one of the bags that we have.
Yeah.
I'm not magically inclined. You guys, who knows? But he's one of our crew now. We'll treat him with as much trust and respect as we can give him. But we got to keep an eye on him, I suppose. And that's going to be on all of us.
It's not my place, Captain, but just double checking here. That's the creepy guy you were with earlier, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he gives me the creeps. I mean, if you want to throw him in the brig, I'm all for it.
Well, it's a good thing you're a cook, Tiff.
Hey, is that a compliment?
Don't let him add any seasoning to your food.
Oh, nobody's touching my kitchen.
And we will back you 100% with that. But for now, I suppose here's our ship. The Bone Blade.
Oh wow, it's really cool. It's got all these bone features. It's a good naming of choice. I think I said this last time, and now I'm realizing what that conversation brought up, and I'm silencing myself now. And he just sprints onto the ship. You just see like a blue and white blur just... And I shall move you to the ship.
I'm assuming he's going to live in the kitchen, but who knows?
I mean, he's not an officer, is he? He's just a chef, so he'd probably be in the hammocks.
No, that's me saying. I see.
Now,
Doesn't really need much space.
Ooh.
Whoa.
I
Very
could
nice.
not, for the life of me, through the free images and all sorts of other stuff, draw the fucking ship. So, I found a ship layout, and this is it. If you want to add walls, draw walls. If you want to just use the spaces that are there, use the spaces that are there. If you want to add anything in particular, and you can find the image in Roll20, or you have seen the image in Roll20 before, I shall search for it, and I shall add it for you. Okay.
Where's the manga now?
So, essentially, just a quick layout detail. These are the captain's quarters. Has everybody got the full screen up? Can they see everything?
Yeah, I'm looking at it, yeah.
See where I'm
Yep.
pointing? Okay. Captain's quarters. War room. So this is the table, the map, all that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Captain's office / writing desk. These are the officers' quarters.
Nice.
General crew quarters are hammocks hanging in the general area. Mess hall, kitchen. The war room can also be a dining area for the captain and the officers. These are compartments that you can use for storage or bedrooms or whatever you like, and I've left these rooms down here as empty as possible so you can decide what you want to put in them.
Isn't one of those middle deck rooms the surgeon's place?
We can allocate
Probably.
that, can't we? So we can...
Again, I didn't know where you wanted it. If you
Yeah.
wanted it up here, so it's straight from top deck to here, or if you wanted it somewhere further
I
down.
think lower deck
I
would
think middle deck.
I was going to say lower deck would
lower
be.
deck would make the most sense. We need quite a bit of space.
This is the brig, so it is just a cage in the middle.
No, that's
but,
perfect.
but,
We could be near the brig.
But that's like storage.
but at the bottom's all storage space, all the
Yeah,
barrels
yeah,
and
that's
shit.
normally where we
That's
store
even
stuff.
better, actually. Really.
Yeah.
Oh my
No, it's
God.
not.
Yeah. Well,
It was the middle deck before. It's the middle deck this time.
Anyway, you guys discuss with your captain how you want to do things.
It was the middle deck on the previous ship. Might
I
as
mean,
well
this
stick
is
with the
this
middle
is
deck.
this is a
I'm
fairly
gonna
large
follow-
room.
They're
Things
I'm going to follow
physically.
Tim, so wherever Tim took him, you could have seen
Simply not enough space on the middle deck.
There is a plenty of space, Tim.
All right. You tell me that when you're decapitated. I can't put your fucking head back on. All right.
You tell me that when you're limbless. Yeah, that's
plenty of space, Tim.
that's the space you're working with. Some of these may be a little bit, like the beds and hammocks and stuff, may be a bit too large, or whatever. But you get the consensus. Yeah, that's what you got to work with.
Sweet. That's cool.
I found a couple, but this is an actual frigate. The other one I was looking at is a different kind of ship, so that's for just in case.
And where's
Right.
the manga now?
Pardon?
We've got the two ballista.
Mhm. So they're
I
if
don't
they're
see
on.
the third weapon of the manga now.
I haven't put it on there. I did. I was looking for it. Maybe I didn't find the right icon at the right time.
But there should be one on the main deck, I assume.
Yes, there will be one on the main deck. It will be sort of behind, like in front of this mast.
Okay.
If I can just find, well, but yeah, all of them are. I might just put catapult. See if that comes up with anything I can nick. Oh, that'll do. There you go. It's right there.
Sweet. Cheers.
So if you want that moved or anywhere else, let me know. Right. Okay. You ascend a ladder back onto the main deck of the ship. Your padres. Can you move your character tokens, everybody?
No.
Right. Kethra can't. Umbra. Right. Changes.
Yes.
Admin. Gotta do the admin.
Infirmary.
Where's Tiff?
Tiff doesn't have a token right now. Tiff doesn't need a token. Tiff's so
Tiff's
quick
too-
you can't even see him.
Tiff's so small he doesn't need one.
So
Yeah.
who's having what quarters? Any preferences?
I'll take the one with the view.
I think they.
They all can have portholes.
Oh, that was the whole fight with me and Zoro before.
And Umbra doesn't get one, so we've got an empty. Oh no, I suppose what's his face
Tim.
would get one. No, Berry.
You made Berry Master Rigger, if you want to classify that.
Well,
as an
it
officer?
was Johnny's. Technically, he was Master at Arms.
Yeah, he would have.
So that one's empty then, I guess.
Yep,
We'll
Is
give it
is
to
now.
Barry.
Right.
it is now.
I've allocated it. I've allocated stuff. I'll
Yeah,
Just
Yeah,
Yeah.
we will give it to Barry. Or
We're
we could,
good.
or we could ask if Three Called Devil wants to be part of
We-
our crew, and
we should
she
let
could
the
be
lady,
the Master at Arms.
Yeah. She might like that actually.
We'll see. See what she says.
But is everyone happy with the way I've got that right, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yep.
I haven't labelled downstairs. I didn't think it was much point. I don't know where the brig is.
It's in the middle.
So you see this?
Yeah.
That's the brig.
That's the brig.
Where it has the.
Yeah.
So it's just like a box essentially in the center. But if you want to tear it down and just call one of these rooms the brig, that works too.
Works for me. I'll put it there. Brig.
Okay.
Cool.
And then storage rooms.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'll assume any room that's
Mark-
not allocated is storage.
Mark the smallest one as Dunny.
Good idea.
All the way down there.
It's a long way to go.
Dunny's.
You shot it off the side or you shot it down there?
Yeah.
Actually, wouldn't it make more sense to be? Hang on.
By the infirmary.
No. Right there.
Oh yeah.
No, because that's the
Why
middle
would you
deck.
shit through to the other floor?
You want to be at
Yeah.
the bottom.
Is that-
that would
that
have to
shit?
be the bomb.
Is that staircase? I thought that was just a room. That's just a room.
Yeah,
isn't it?
but you would shit down to the other floor. Like, where's
Yeah.
where's the shit gonna go?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
oh,
you
I
have to
got you.
just
There's
Great
no
hole.
plumbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. You could have us like a side. Okay. All right. Losing that. Yeah. Fine.
Yep.
Just trying to picture.
It's
how you-
best not mentioning it.
No. That works.
If anyone goes in here, there's a certain stench and. Okay. Rightio. So here we are. You, Kethra, Alarias, and Gruzeel, you all get onto the main deck. Everybody's sort of going about their duties. The anchor is currently weighed. You can't see Umbra and Tim. I don't know where they've gone. They might want to be clear on where they've gone. I don't know.
We're just working on stuff.
I would imagine. they're in
Yeah,
the
we're about.
infirmary. I would imagine
Yeah.
they're doing dodgy,
Almost
God knows
uncertain.
what.
Dom, if you look at Discord, I've sent you some detail.
Thank you.
What you've retrieved.
Jesus.
God. Oh my word.
Fucking still not shit.
So, do you want to RP to the class? What you've been doing, Tim and Umbra?
I think
I'll
if
let
if they're
Dom
not.
take this one.
We're gonna find out.
Well, we would
I'd be
gather the
going
crew
down.
together to explain, wouldn't we?
I guess. Well, we
Would
got
they-
to plot our next direction. So at least the officers will have to get together.
Yeah, I mean we can go to the offices, get together for sure.
Umbra's gonna stay in the infirmary. Keep working on stuff.
Well,
He doesn't like crowds.
I bet he doesn't. Crowds don't like him either. God.
Yeah. So yeah, to grab the officers, and we're gonna go to the war room.
War room.
I mean, Umbra's not an officer anyway. He has no
No.
place at a war.
No, he is not. He is an assistant surgeon, and I already regret it. But there's like no other position he could be.
Umbra's a fine individual.
And I guess then in this point
He's an individual,
it'd
alright.
be the three-clawed devil on the lookout and Berry
Preston,
on
yeah.
the wheel, I guess.
Well, we're at weighed anchor, so
Oh,
we're
weighed
still.
anchor.
It's
Okay,
weighed
right.
anchor.
Oh,
So
cool.
Barry would be doing some like knots, tying up the sails, that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Making sure everything's like shipshape for your return, ready to go, essentially.
Cool. All right.
So you call out to everybody to. Where are you getting everybody into the war room?
Yeah, into the war room. Yeah.
Getting the officers into the war room.
Getting the officers into the war room. Okay. So that will be Gruzeel,
Everyone apart
Tim,
from Umbra.
everyone apart from Elena's
Well,
not.
it's in like PCs.
Okay. So Elena and Umbra will just sort of stand outside.
Oh,
And-
I'll
and,
just stay in the
Elena's,
infirmary.
Elena would continue her duties.
Sorry, Elena would continue her duties. Umbra
Umbra will
would
stay in the infirmary.
stay in the infirmary, and
Super.
Tiff is probably checking out the kitchen.
Yeah, he's not on a kitchen. Cook's not an officer, so.
And you just hear from below decks this, "Oh my god, how is this even meant to be usable? Jesus!"
We'll deal with that in due course, I assume. Kethra will mutter to herself. Right, everybody. Thanks for gathering. You may have noticed we brought back a Tiff, but not a Johnny. And
Oh,
unfortunately,
what happened to Johnny, sir? Ma'am? Sorry.
it's alright, but we're still figuring out together. Unfortunately, when we went with Johnny to do the exchange for Tiff, he was recognised by one of the slimes, and Johnny was. It would look like there was going to be a confrontation, and Johnny was very brave, and he sacrificed himself to allow us to escape with Tiff.
Can I roll insight?
You don't believe me?
I mean, Johnny left us at every opportunity he had.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, if you want to
Yeah,
believe.
yeah. Roll deception, then. You know what? I think if
That's a
Tim's
nat
got a
one.
little curious look on his face.
Yeah, you're allowed to do.
It's in that one.
Wow. That's unfortunate.
What did you get for your deception roll, Matt?
Do you want me to send you it, or...?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sorry. I can't do it as naturally as I normally do.
You got
Yeah.
lucky.
I got lucky.
What position is Berry?
Master Rigger.
Master. What I'm doing is I'm going to put our crew, like list them all out. So
That's
we,
good idea.
so we know who is what. Yeah. And what
Barry looks at you for a minute. Oh,
would
that
be the rest? Crew.
doesn't sound like Johnny.
It sounds about right to me.
Yeah, what about
It was-
Johnny?
It was a blur of a situation, to be perfectly fair. It looked like one of the Tortles grabbed him, and by the time they grabbed him, he was... Johnny said, just go. But I hold out hope that Johnny's alive, and we will fight to ensure we can get Johnny back.
So you escaped and grabbed the small chef on the way.
Yes,
We should watch our backs.
I think we should be fine for the most part. We are only small fry in comparison to what these mobsters are like, but I think it's going to be key that we build up our strength so we can take him out and try and get Johnny back.
Yes.
And as Johnny is not here anymore, I'm going to offer to Elena if she wishes to become the Master at Arms.
Whatever you say, Captain.
A fine idea.
Now, was it still a week away until we expect the Admiral to contact us, or is it 2 weeks?
I think it was.
It was. He said a month, right?
Yeah. So you're about a week
We're
away
3 weeks.
from.
It's been 3
Yeah,
weeks.
you're about a week away from the point, and he said on the the southeast region sort of border is where he's going to meet you. Tim,
Mm-hmm.
when Barry says what he says, you can sense a discomfort in his voice.
Okay. Thank you.
As you also all may know, or may have noticed, we have also another new crew member called Umbra. He, for the most part, is creepy, I shall say.
That's an understatement.
But I think he means well. He's going to be the assistant surgeon under Tim. So Tim, it is your responsibility to ensure that Umbra is
Everything above board.
everything exactly. Tim, everything is above board.
Yes, of course.
The main rule that we have with Umbra is that he is not to experiment on any of the crew unless there is explicit approval from the crew member themselves, as well as either myself or Gruzeel.
I see.
And he can't order it. No one can be ordered by, to take part.
Precisely.
Yes, of course. I will keep him close and keep a close eye on him if you aren't trusting. I feel there's much he isn't telling us, but we all have darkness in our pasts. He is no different.
I mean,
There are also there's a few other rules that we have, but I think generally is just to keep him under somewhat supervision to make sure he's not going to do anything untoward to us or harm himself.
Yes, he seems mostly harmless.
apart from, the exploding vials he has in his
Yeah,
bag.
I was gonna say.
Well, he throws those at the baddies, doesn't he?
Well, unless he misses, I suppose.
Yes.
As long as
I mean, what happens if he falls over?
Yes, perhaps we'll have to do something about that.
That fanny pack is an exploding fanny pack. Okay, it's dangerous stuff.
I'm sure I have full faith in all of us that we can make sure that Umbra is not going to be a risk to us as we sail. It's going to be a team effort from all of us, I believe.
Imagine you're surprised he's never lost that bag. Imagine if someone
Keeps it
stole
pretty
that
close.
bag, he wouldn't be able to do anything.
That's very true.
You just
I think
be an
Umbra is going
average
to be. Umbra can be an asset, and I think if we use him properly, he will do us well.
Has anyone asked why he has a mask on?
Joe. How does he eat with that mask? Has anyone seen him eat?
I mean, does the mask cover like the bottom half of his beak as well?
Yes,
It does.
but
Really?
it sort of does. You didn't really look properly, but it sort of peers out. So you saw him lift to
So he has
shovel
to-
something into
okay, so
his
he has to
mouth.
lift, okay.
So you can
But-
see like his chin and his mouth.
You can see his feathery neck
Oh, yeah.
and then like the bottom of a beak, but that's about it.
Well, I see. Okay.
I'm sure over the many weeks and months of sailing with him, we will understand more of Umbra as time goes on.
Yes, undoubtedly.
I bet he has a really bad birthmark. Tim, you should.
I'll
you
do what
Well, he's got to find this out.
Yeah.
I
You
shall
gotta
do
quit-
what
you
I
gotta quiz
can.
him.
I shall do what I can to gain his trust. If it comes up, I'll let you know. Was there anything else, Captain?
We're about a week away from where we need to be to meet up with Admiral Bloodbeard. So we're going to keep heading on south to where we need to go. And that's about it for everybody. Any other comments or questions from all you guys?
No.
The Vulture Man!
What,
I
Umbra?
must say.
No.
The other
Creepy
one.
dude.
Yes, the other creepy dude.
Talking about destiny and our fate.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh,
I think we might see him again. Might have pissed him off, but
Yes, I feel like he may have, regardless of how sketchy, had something to offer us.
well, if we see him again, we can kill him and find out.
I think we should hear him out. To be honest,
Yeah,
Captain.
you should.
Yes, I
I think
don't
you're supposed to
like this
find out and
method
then
of
kill him.
leadership.
It's hard to find out information from someone who's dead.
Or get Umbra to bring him back. Yeah.
Maybe you could take his brain out.
Maybe.
He's gonna have a collection of brains.
Oh my god. Dear me.
Okay. And
So,
Barry's
does-
just gonna look up and just be like, I don't know about this vulture guy or anything, but is that it, Captain?
I mean,
Mission to be dismissed.
I mean, where are we
We
going?
dismissed it, Barry.
Do we know where we're going?
We're heading south.
Oh. Okay.
Or,
Close to the border of the fleet, so that we are in prime position to be contacted by the Admiral when he needs us.
So you're around the map, so just put it on.
I mean, as long as we kind of stay within, what, a day away from it? We don't want to get too close and arouse suspicion.
So you're already pretty much on the edge, so you only really need to go a week down to bring you around like here, sort of way. It's not that far.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I don't want to get too close, because they're going to have a lot of traffic around that area. So you don't want to. You know, a big ship made out of bones is probably going to be a bit of a giveaway.
Maybe.
You know.
Oh no, I don't think many. We'll see.
We're not flying fleet colours. That's for sure.
we're a
True.
new ship as well. Could flag up.
You have a literal ripped black flag on your mast, by the way.
Yeah, we should probably do something about our flag.
Get one.
Yeah.
We definitely need to get one designed.
Yeah, but no one here can design one, can they?
Well,
Can
we
they?
can design a flag, can't make the flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, we got the materials, I think.
have we?
No, because you need
Not
like
the colour.
You like thread
we-
and all that business, you know.
We got a spare. Oh no, sales. Yeah, wrong thing.
Got the say. Yeah, that's yeah. Well, you could rip that up and.
we don't have the expertise to make a proper one.
Not really.
At least for it to be worth actually doing.
Yeah.
If we want to make one worth doing, we'll probably have to probably go back to the
Who do you want?
Um,
Calligrapher's supplies, I guess. Something like that.
it's like sewing supplies and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, because that's ink, ink, parchment, and quills, and that's in that. But which I think. What
But
we
anyhow.
need.
I'm sure we can figure out later the design of the thing in our downtime as we sail south.
Okay. So you're beginning to sail south. From that meeting, where is everybody going on the ship?
Infirmary.
You're
Lower
going to
deck.
the infirmary.
I'm going to the lower deck.
We're going
Cool.
to the lower deck.
Where would I go?
Check supplies, you know.
I would
You're
go,
gonna check
I would
supplies,
go
what's
to the I would go to the kitchen to see how Tiff's doing.
Okay, you're going to go to the kitchen, and Captain, what are you doing?
I'm going to go to the crow's nest.
Okay, you're going to go to the crow's nest where Elena is. Okay, let's start with Tim. Tim, as you go to touch the door handle that goes to the infirmary, you just hear, "Welcome. We welcome donations."
Oh, it's perfect.
Please. I hope you liked my my application of have a new potion I've been working on. I'm quite pleased with it.
Magic. No.
You did that with a potion that's...
Yes, I have many talents.
Perhaps your magics aren't as heinous as I first thought.
This is not magic. It is science. The world.
That makes sense. You've seen that horrible shite Alarias slings around.
What?
Makes me want to vomit.
Wow.
You could perhaps you could convince him to pay me a visit. I may have just the thing.
Yes, what? Something to take his magic away for good.
Orientation, man.
Holy shit!
I will require his explicit consent. But, if you could get it to me, perhaps I could.
Get you! What the fuck?
I don't think any officer at the very least is going to agree to anything Umbra says. There's no way.
Not at all.
No way.
Yes.
With the
Yes,
exception of Tim, maybe.
Yeah.
I'll see how he feels about that. I know he's still quite wary of me.
Perhaps if we went together, it could be more.
Perhaps.
Tim takes. Oh, sorry. You finish.
He was just sort of whispering.
Rambling. Tim pokes his head back out of the door, obviously prompting another whisper, and takes a long look and perception check, if that's all right.
Okay, well, first you hear, welcome. We welcome donations.
Oh,
Is this one evil as well?
God.
Jesus
Is
Christ.
that every time someone
Yeah.
goes past the door?
Yeah.
Every
Most people just have
time.
a bell. I mean, that's
Oh,
just...
this is so Tim. This happens every time you touch /
Yeah.
tap
Yeah, good.
the
good,
door
good,
handle.
good. So it happens on the way out as well.
Yeah, because you're tapping the door handle again to
Okay,
open the door. Yeah.
excellent. I will be making sure that you say that every time.
Thank you so much.
That's gonna happen like 4 times.
Yep.
Because you open and then you close.
You hold
Okay.
on to it.
Oh, you don't need to hold the door handle.
If you hold on to it, that it's not going to happen. It's when you tap it specifically.
Okay, cool. Let me give you
Whether Tim realizes that or not, I don't know.
Yeah. Let me give you that roll.
So you're doing a little perception check. What are you looking for?
Anyone? Just checking that the coast is clear.
Yeah, you see Gruzeel walking off towards the kitchens, but apart from that, you don't see anything. What was that again? A 12?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you don't see anything apart from that.
So duck back in to the infirmary. And very hushed whispers mention to Umbra.
The captain mentioned to me about your little rule. Yes, the consent thing.
Yes, I must.
The experimentation.
Yes, most wise of the captain.
Yes, most wise. Perhaps unwise. The captain failed to mention whether the rule applied to myself.
Needed explicit consent from
Anyone.
the person and then Gruzeel or the captain.
Oh yeah, for Umbra to experiment on them.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
The loophole is real.
Oh god.
You're going to experiment on Umbra.
I'm just going to catch
No,
on very
Tim
quickly.
can experiment on people.
I'm just going to catch on very quickly and say, is that right?
Yes,
I-
I'll hear no more of it.
I would be most grateful to you if you could. I actually have several groups I can work on.
Wait, sorry?
Several potions I have been working on. I'm most eager to view the results.
In due time.
Perhaps if you could arrange for them to be brought here after.
I said in due time.
Of course.
Oh my god.
I think the power's going to Tim's head.
Have I finished my tools? Can I show him?
Authority.
You haven't finished your tools. It's going to take a lot longer to
Okay.
to
I'll
finesse them.
surprise-
You've started them. You can show him like one of you
No,
started.
I'll show him that. Umbra's a bit of a perfectionist, so I'll show him when they're done.
Okay.
Very
It'll be like I'll say you can do them all within one downtime week.
Okay, cool. I'll work on those later.
Very well, as you were.
Tim knocks twice on the barrel and exits.
He taps it.
I knock twice on the barrel and then obviously tap the door on my way out.
Okay. Welcome. We welcome donations.
My God.
Who came up with the voice?
No, I did.
Oh,
I give
He-
off a full. free
You
rein.
requested creepy.
that's great.
It's really good.
Is-
It's kind of Resident Evil 4 Merchant.
Yeah.
So this is the
What are
voice
you
that Umbra
buying?
has, then.
Umbra would have one of. Yeah, this is a voice he has.
Because its magic mouth is repeating the verbatim what it hears, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So this is
It-
one of the voices that he has.
Could it be the voice of Umbra's master?
I'm not-
No, we've already discussed what that voice is.
Oh, okay. I should probably need to read back. I'm sorry.
No. As in me and
You and
Haiss
Haiss.
have already discussed what that voice is.
Okay, awesome.
It's
That's
the
my
voice when he
piece.
takes it off.
Mm. That'd be really funny because Arthur would have to do Umbra's dialogue.
Please stop. Okay. So let's go to Alarias. You have gone down to the lower deck, so you just checking out your stock and stuff.
Yeah, I want to see how much space we have for stock. Because right now we're not really at full capacity.
Okay, so I'd say, what have you got at the moment? How many days worth of stuff?
Hang on. Where have I got it?
6 weeks.
So we got 31 days of food, 31 days of water, 24 days of ale, 15 wood panels, a sail, 12 harpoons. That's pretty much majority of what
Okay, so I'll decide where you guys decide where you want to put this stuff, but essentially, like, all those barrels could be in their own individual rooms.
Yeah.
You probably have like one or two like barrels of ale, about 3 barrels of food, about 3 barrels of water. I'm gonna say a barrel's probably 10 days worth of your current crew count. No, that's not. No, that is kind of right. Depends on what's in there. But we'll say you've got like 2 barrels of ale, 3 barrels of food, 3 barrels of water, just to make life easier. But you've got loads of space,
Okay.
and you've got a bunch of empty barrels there as well.
Fine.
I'm not going to be overly limiting. It's when you say, "Oh, I've got 6,000 barrels," where I'm going to be like,
Yeah.
I mean, are we gonna necessarily do we have to allocate where everything is, or is it largely not gonna matter?
"No, I'm pretty okay with just
'Cause
you
you're not-
have this amount of stuff. If it
Yeah.
makes sense that it would fit everywhere in
Yeah.
low decks, I don't see why you would need
Yeah.
to specify where they are.
The only reason I'm asking that is if you have plans to damage a certain part of the ship, and then that area of stuff gets ruined or anything like that.
No, I'll ask you questions if I need to.
Arthur, is that secret little thing still there?
Where you
Where I
found the notes?
papers, yeah.
Now that's sketch.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
That's
secret
there.
compartment is still there.
Okay.
I mean, you took the notes out, but yeah, that compartment is still there.
still be used.
Still can be
How
used.
much space is in there?
There's enough for probably a 2 feet by 2 feet box. Probably the size of Tiff. So you're looking at like
I mean, I was just
big,
thinking,
yay big.
like a safe. He's pretty trusting. Yeah. I'll go to Captain Kethra.
Okay,
I'm
well,
basically going to suggest that I think we should use it as some sort of safe or something
okay.
to store money.
We'll get to that in a second. We'll start with Kethra in the crow's nest. So Kethra, you get up to the crow's nest, and Elena's there, and she's kind of perched down, one knee up, one knee hanging over the side, her arm hanging over, and her swords all like balanced out kind of awkwardly because they don't hang nicely from her side while sitting. Hello, Captain.
Hello, Elena. You may have seen we left with Johnny, but didn't return with him.
Yes, I noticed. I noticed everything.
This isn't an easy thing to say, but ultimately, Johnny's not going to be part of the crew anymore for the foreseeable future.
All right.
This leaves us at a fairly uncomfortable position because, as it stands, there's no one else I trust to be Master at Arms.
I see.
I was wondering if, even for the short time you're part of our crew until you leave for your next destination, that you'd be willing to fulfill the role of Master at Arms until we were able to fulfill the role somewhere else, or if you wish to stay on, it's completely up to you.
Could you roll persuasion, please?
Trying to be pretty persuasive, actually.
So you get the roll.
That's why you get the roll.
That's a 14.
Okay. She goes, I suppose I can try to fulfill the position if the need arises, but I must warn you, I am close quarters, as you say. I am not one for aiming at a distance.
That's better than anyone else on the crew,
I suppose that is fair.
apart from myself. And in a battle, I'm going to also be preoccupied doing other things as well. So at least having someone I'm confident in battle, who is battle hardened like myself, that's all I need.
Okay, Captain. I will do as you ask. I suppose we must just wait. Hopefully the need does not arise. I am sure whatever business you have in your part of fleet can be done quickly, and my business also moved on too quickly after. Hopefully.
Well, as a temporary Master at Arms, you do also get the benefit of a bed as part of one of the officer rooms. I'll make sure that Johnny's belongings are removed from the room before you sleep in it if you wish.
That would be most beneficial, thank you.
And I'll make my way down to go do that.
Oh, and Captain, just like as
Hello?
you're sort of going about to go down,
Mm-hmm.
hard decisions were made for leaders.
To sure were. Plenty more to come, I'm sure.
And she lets
And
you go.
I'll keep going down.
Okay. She is looking out over to the sort of horizon. And then let's go to Gruzeel. So Gruzeel, you get into the kitchen and you literally see this white and blue blur running round, and you see pots and pans move from place to place, and cupboards being opened and flung, and other stuff being moved around, and just moments of sudden stop where he's looking under something and then going out and moving around.
So, Gruzeel will just stand there for like a minute, doesn't say anything, just watching the blur go around. And he'll just say, not necessarily to anybody, but he won't be, not too quietly, but he'll just say, "Never again." And he'll walk out, go into his quarters.
Hey, what was? Oh, he's gone. Usually I'm not too late for something like that. Well. Carries on doing what he's doing.
Yeah, and then he'll go off and walk into his quarters, close the door behind him.
Okay, so you're in your quarters.
Mhm.
Okay. So what does everybody do for the rest of the day? Because we're sort of getting to the afternoon, evening now.
I'll
Like,
try and.
who's gonna take charge of navigating the ship at night if you're gonna sail through the night?
Does anyone else have dark vision? I mean, I'll probably go out.
Well, we've been. It would be the same rotation as we've been doing before as we're sailing down south.
So my question is, would Gruzeel be going first or second, or would he be?
I suppose you'd probably go first, as it's still fairly light, and then when it goes kind of really dark, then that's probably when Alarias would take over as just standard, I think. So then that way it's not as bad.
Okay, so everyone's kind of just gone to sleep when you'll go up, Gruzeel. But I believe Tim is going to
Yeah, I was gonna.
intercept.
Sonny we had a chat planned a while ago, so Tim was gonna maybe spend his afternoon chatting to Gruzeel if he would allow.
Can you send me what was in Johnny's quarters, Arthur? Because I would clear that out.
I'll tell you now. There was a bag. It had some bounty posters in it. Your old bounty posters, the ones with your names on it, and your ones specifically are pinned to like the wall.
That's not creepy at all.
What the hell?
And
I'll
there's
take all down.
essentially another bounty poster that's Johnny's, and it's less money than yours.
Obviously.
So it's sort of an idolizing thing, I guess.
Oh, what was he called?
I don't wanna know.
Good.
He was just called Four Fingers.
I'm still gun girl on that poster, I believe.
Yep,
Lizard Man. Or Dragon Man. Can't remember.
Dragon Man, Dragon Boy, something like that.
Put Dragon Man.
Yeah, I'll. Is that it? Just it's the bag with.
So he would have. He probably would have taken his like dagger with him, daggers, sorry, and his general clothing, but he didn't have much for a thief.
Cool. I'll put the daggers in the armory, and the rest, probably the rest of the stuff in the armory bit and like in the storage bit as well, actually, just to say, like clearly Johnny's, just do not touch.
When you sort of leave the room, it now being empty, there's a slight melancholy that kind of surrounds you as you leave.
Yeah.
So Tim and Gruzeel, are you RPing your conversation, or do you guys want to?
Yeah. So I mean, if Gruzeel was sulking in his room, Tim would probably knock first.
Yes. Who is it?
It's me.
He just sort of scrambles about a bit, opens a door, and sort of lets you in. Probably not too difficult to see, but his eyes are very red.
Crazy few days, huh?
Jesus.
That's putting it lightly, yes. Can I help you with anything, Tim?
No, I suppose now's not the time. It seems like something's getting to you.
Let's just say everything's sort of catching up all at once, I guess.
Yes, I know how that feels.
Is there anything you need, Tim? Don't worry. I can deal with my own stuff in my own time.
Okay. I guess I'll see you around, but if you need anything, health-wise or otherwise, you know where I am.
Thank you, Tim. You're a good friend.
Tim puts his hand on Gruzeel's shoulder.
Gruzel will put his hand on top of that hand.
That's
Thank you.
pure.
Yeah.
And then he'll leave Gruzeel in peace.
Awesome. Thank you.
Just wanted to offer some support.
Alright.
Does anybody want to do anything else before we go to like night sailing?
I guess, do people all lock their doors at night?
Do we have locks?
Yes.
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 I'm saying that now just to save it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely would if there is a lock on the door.
For officers, yes.
Officers will
Oh,
have
yeah.
bolts on their door.
Tim doesn't lock his door.
Oh, jeez.
Why would he?
Sleazy.
I mean, he's
What
got
are
the
you
extra
planning,
protection of the shell, doesn't he? So
Okay, Umbra's gonna wait until after dark and then start kind of like going around the ship.
God.
God.
Immediately.
Oh my
He feels
God.
he feels comfortable in the darkness.
Well,
I knew he
Is
wouldn't
he,
sleep.
is he just
if you-
wandering round?
if you go to the middle main deck, then whoever's steering the ship will see
Yeah,
you.
we'll see. Yeah.
He's not like trying to hide. He just doesn't like moving around in like the light, you know.
I know, but I'm saying that if you go anywhere,
Yeah, you'll be seen. But my question is, are you doing any? Are you just wandering around, getting the lay of the land with the ship? Like,
Yeah, just kind of like looking around and stuff. I won't go straight away, especially if Tim's come to see me. But
Okay.
I'll do
How-
it at some point.
my other question is, how many hours are you going to stay up?
Um, maybe just a couple of hours past bedtime, just have a little wander around. Then I'll go back to I'll sleep in the infirmary as well.
Okay.
I don't want to sleep near people.
You'll all get
there's space to sleep in the infirmary.
Where's the-
I'll just like kind of.
There'll
perch somewhere.
be a
Yeah,
table.
yeah,
if
it'll be
you
like a
wanna
Oh,
hospital
yeah.
thing, wouldn't
sleep
it?
on
So-
that.
I've been
Yeah.
sleeping rough a lot recently,
Yeah.
so this is like luxury.
I don't think we have a proper operating table yet, so there would be a lot of spare space, right? Or did we have one?
You'll have a
there'll be a
table. It's
table.
rickety and old, but
Yeah, not like a
I'll pile
proper
up the,
operating table.
the construction materials anyway, and I'll sleep on them.
all right.
Wow.
Right. Okay. So that's what happening. Gruzeel. In the first couple of hours of your watch, if you want to move yourself, or I can move you
No, it's fine. So that's what to the wheel, I guess.
to the wheel. Yeah. You spot Umbra just coming onto the main deck and kind of looking around. You get the sense that he's not malicious in what he's doing or anything. He's just checking it out, seeing his new home.
I'll still keep an eye on him as per captain's orders. Make sure I watch what he's doing quite intently. Probably dangerously so, keeping my attention away from everything else.
So wait, sorry, where am I? I'm on the.
You're just on the top deck, and Gruzeel spotted you, and
Okay.
you're just walking around, and Gruzeel's at the helm at the moment.
Okay, I'll go up to Gruzeel then, if it's just me and him. There's no one else around, is there?
No,
Oh.
you can move your character, Haiss.
Where am I? I'm up here.
So yeah, you're on the main deck, and Gruzeel is currently on the top deck.
I don't see Gruzeel. Oh, sorry, I
deck.
didn't scroll up enough. Okay, yep. Great. Gruzeel, was it? Yes.
Yes, Umbra, it is.
Just exploring my new home. Very, very, very pleased to be here.
I guess we're pleased to have you here.
It's good news. I'm glad.
Good. Can I help you with anything?
How's your health, Gruzeel?
Fine.
Yeah.
You don't want to answer.
No, exactly. It's fine.
Of course.
How's yours?
Nice. Very, very good. Thank you.
What's with the mask?
This is I brew many potions. Not all of them are strictly stable. You see, so this protects my face.
But you're not mixing potions now.
You never know when you'll need to brew a potion. Best to be safe. I could show you my lab.
Well, I'm driving, you know.
Can't brew and drive.
Exactly.
Brew and drive.
You know, maybe next time, Umbra.
Yes, perhaps.
What's with the hat? It's like it's not sunny. It's nighttime.
I like this hat.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's the start of a
So-
beautiful friendship.
God,
Sparks
I
flying.
love this shit.
I can't whisper when I'm laughing. visitors up here at night.
I mean, people are sleeping. That's what people do.
Yes,
Unless you're like an owl.
I should have known that. Yes.
Are you an owl?
I'm a Kenku.
Oh, I'm guessing that's not an owl then.
No, it's not.
Oh, how come you're not sleeping then?
I like walking around at night.
You do realise, Pete, that's a creepy thing to say.
Of course, yeah. I do apologise.
I mean, that's fine, but it's weird. But you seem like a nice person. Apart from the whole brain thing and the exploding thing and the hat. Well, no, the hat's fine. The mask thing, the creeping around at night thing. Apart from those things, you seem all right.
Umbra will nod. I hope to see you in the infirmary. Of course, not injured, but perhaps yes. Good night to you.
Yeah.
You kind of
Good night, I guess.
sort of shuffle off.
That's a weird dude.
Alright, that's my social contact done. I think I'll quickly retire back to the infirmary unless I run into anyone else on the way.
So really not. I mean, I'm assuming Tim's in his quarters.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Of course.
And is Alarias also
Yeah.
sleeping
Yeah.
for now, like trancing?
Till
I'll
it's
stop
ready
in.
for
I'll
his
stop in
duty.
at Tim's quarters actually. No, actually, no. I
Watch him
won't.
sleep.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I will for a bit. Yeah.
Oh my
Oh.
god!
I knew he'd say that.
I have an
Reason
opportunity
for a
to be
night.
creepy, so I'm going to go for it.
Umbra, roll a stealth check.
You understand? It's strictly like there's nothing weird about
But
it.
he's not
It's just-
stealthing.
just
He's not
observing.
stealthing though.
Are you stealthing or not stealthing? Are you trying to be quiet?
I don't want to wake him up because I want to study.
Okay, then
Okay.
then roll a stealth
So,
check.
Okay.
Wait,
Strictly
I'm on
academic.
trance.
Strictly academic. Yeah, that's the word.
My god.
Stealth +2, 15.
15.
Yep.
Tim sleeps through.
Not the whole night, just for like maybe an hour.
What
Wow.
the hell? That's not.
Hass, I'm learning so much about you right now.
And then
I mean, I assume Tim sleeps in his shell. Like, does he retract?
Yeah, let's say so.
I was going to say, we need details on how Tim sleeps now.
Yeah, I think definitely sleeps receded into his shell because he needs to be able to sleep underwater as well.
I mean the
Okay.
thing is, if I'm going to build
Not that he would.
if I'm going to build the perfect body, I need to see all the strengths of all the other like.
And I mean, Tim is a specimen.
yeah.
to be
So
honest.
Tim is a
for sure.
specimen.
I'm just going to kind of commit all this to memory. Maybe take some notes and then
I
after
was
that,
going to say, take some notes.
Yeah, I'll take
Sleeps
some
in
notes,
shell.
might sort of if there's any like. Is there any samples, like around the room? I might
Jesus.
take them.
There's no samples. I'm pretty sure Tim's is Tim hairless?
Yes, completely.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
kind of like
There's
scaly.
yeah, there's no
No
samples.
scales or anything like that.
There's no scales or
Like
anything.
dead skin
Alright.
on the floor.
You could probably carve a piece off of his shell without him noticing.
Oh
but,
no,
like,
Umbra's not rude. He's not rude.
He hasn't
Oh,
told you yet.
you need some specific tools for that though. Like,
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. It's very hard to break.
I wouldn't allow you to use the tools that you've got, but I would allow you to use the tools that you're making.
Yeah, alright. I think that's got to be the focus for the week.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go back to my.
Bear in mind,
yeah.
actually, you've got the general quarters as well. So you've got Berry and you've got Tiff. That was
What races are Berry and Tiff?
Well,
Very human.
Tiff is a quickling. And Barry's human.
Oh, he's the Fey thing we see.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
Yeah.
Oh, I
Tiff
definitely
is
need to
like
start
in the
doing-
kitchen.
Do I have a?
Tiff's in the kitchen, not in the general quarters.
Um,
Still moving.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. I can't then. Yeah.
The one thing about Tim's samples is you would have seen him cry. His tears were completely black, like
Oh.
dark inky black.
Is he crying now?
No,
Oh, he's asleep.
just like crying in his
Crying in his sleep.
Jesus.
I might need you to cry later.
You should have
Like,
collected
wow.
them when you had the chance, alright?
That could be a great resource.
Here's what a quickling looks like, by the way.
Oh,
If you
okay.
can see, I don't know.
Little blue people with flowing hair, super quick.
I think I need to.
Don't
It's-
blur, Sonny.
Yeah.
Let me unblur.
Do I have the right book here? No, I don't have the right book here.
Okay, cool.
Oh wow.
That.
That's a
That's
quickling.
If he's awake, I don't wanna bother him.
Oh, but this one's blue.
Yeah, he's awake in the kitchen. Like you can still hear like the little tiny clatter of pans. Like he's trying to be quiet, but he's not very good at it.
Yeah,
So Umbra, do you go to sleep?
yeah, I'll go to sleep after. Yeah. Oh, I've done the thing to the other effects as well. You know the little logo.
Oh my word.
Okay. Okay.
That'll be
Yes.
my last job before I go to bed.
Letting Haiss play an artificer. What did I do? Gruzeel.
Yep.
After about another hour, and you feel like it's coming up to the point where Alarias will take over soon. Suddenly there's you get this feeling, and the last time you felt something like this, you arrived here.
Ooh.
And this feeling isn't on you, but it's near you, and you sort of sense it first, and then suddenly you hear oh god, I can't even do it. Just a popping noise. Thank you. Lips too dry. And behind you, on the floor, there seems to be an old man.
It's pretty sketchy if you ask me.
Oh my god.
Oh, I've done it. I've done it. I've finally done it. I can't believe it. Oh, where am I? Where am I? What is it? What is it? You. Wait.
Wait, is that who I
It is exactly what I think it
Oh
is.
my
Gruzeel!
Oh
My Sylvanus!
No way.
god. Oh my
Of
wait, what?
course, he's done it.
Very funny.
My Sylvanus! You're
It's the
You're
guy
alive!
campaign, of course. I do
Of
it.
course he's gonna do it.
What is this, a crossover episode?
Goodbye, told me, yeah. Do I know you?
Look at Gruzeel, look at me. It's Aramil.
Aramil? But you're old.
Yes. Yes, I am. You're here, but you're here now. Back then, I was. How does that work? Right. Yes. Now I haven't much time. Gruzeel, it is you. You are the reason I am here. I've been traveling, universe to universe. I did not think it possible to control the time. But I figured it out.
You okay, Aramil?
I haven't much time. It took me too long. Look,
Why am I live forever?
this day, I saw your poster. Your poster here, I have it. And he grabs into a bag, and he throws it in front of you, and it's you, and Kethra, and the others, all on some kind of deck of a ship, all in one view. And the bounty says, what does it say? It says 78,000 each.
Blimey.
Hey, Umbra's
jump.
not a bad guy. Doesn't deserve this.
Umbra's not on there.
Oh, what?
It's the rest of you that have been seen. Umbra will have his time. That's fine.
He
Um,
doesn't want a bounty. That's okay.
I saw this in Medical. I went up there for supplies. I was.
Aramil, I mean, what happened? Did you win?
I came. We won. We did it. Oh Lord. Are we saved?
I mean, can you take me back to Chrysia?
I need to rest, but I can. But And then he falls to his knees and kind of goes over and he's like, no, it's now. Oh, Gruzeel, I can't take you back. I'm sorry, I can't. I haven't much time. You must find the timekeeper, and then you must find me. If you tell me sooner, if you hand this to me, and he hands you a very small notebook. He says, if you hand this to me, I can figure it out before this happens. The timekeeper is the key, and so are you.
Where do I find it? Him? It? Whatever classification, you know.
He's in the east. This is your way home. But we won. I just needed to save you. I saved you. And as he falls back, this soft music begins to play.
Oh, I don't have a...
I'll paste it in. You can have it for later. But he's just... I saved you.
Oh. Aramel.
Literally couldn't care less. Just feels like he has to say something.
Yeah. I feel bad. Aramel!
If it was Talion, we know you would have been upset.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, is there like a communication thing around here? To quickly talk to other people in the... Because
There's a bell. There'd be a bell to ring.
I'm going to shout as loud as I can for Tim. Tim! Medical emergency, Tim!
I mean, I'm in like the room. Oh,
You're like
no.
2 decks below. I'm gonna say, roll. Just roll.
Just roll.
Just roll a d20.
Oh, that's like a 2. That's
19.
not.
Oh.
Oh, who's
Brazil.
rolling? Me rolling or Tim rolling?
No. You rolling. I mean, Tim rolled a 19. I'm gonna give it to you. It's
I got
fine.
19 for being a light sleeper.
Just he's sleeping. Umbra's, watched him sleep and he's gone and it's been fine. And then suddenly he just hears screams. He's like, whoa!
Very slowly hobbling upstairs.
Yes, Gruzeel, what is the time? I'm coming.
He needs help.
He looks dead.
He looks very much dead.
Can you fix that?
Aramel can live forever.
Aramel could live 10 times his usual lifetime.
Yeah.
And time
travel. End
travel
of all
and
his
stuff, right?
travels then.
Yeah,
How many years old is he? I wonder.
for now.
We must get him to the med bay.
Is there like a way of locking the wheel in place?
Tie it with a
Gruzeel,
rope.
there's no time.
Tie it to the banister.
I mean,
Doesn't give a shit.
pretty
He's
normal.
like, he's like, I need to drive the ship.
you're pretty strong, Tim. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
Actually, to be fair, I reckon Tim can lift him maybe without the shield and without the staff.
let me take this
Oh.
strength check to take it all.
I want to take that stuff.
Tim is a big boy.
to be fair, he wasn't that attached to Aramil as he was
It's all about talent.
like Talion.
This guy
Yeah.
like
I know, but I don't have Talion, so...
7. So I'm guessing the shield and the staff are left on this floor.
Yeah, so so you're going to take him down.
Mm-hmm. Down to the infirmary. Where is Umbra awake?
Umbra's
like-
probably just about to go to sleep.
Mm.
Oh no.
Umbra,
The door.
emergency.
He can't consent if he's dead though.
He's not part of the crew as well. so-
Exactly.
The door, Arthur.
Who's this that you have brought to me?
Oh, the door. Sorry.
Welcome.
Oh,
We
no!
welcome donations.
God, I need water.
Lay him out on the we lay him out on the operating table, and Tim gives Umbra sort of a knowing look and a nod, and cracks the lid off of his barrel.
Is this what you wanted for Aramil? When you
He
brought
begins.
You should
You're gonna give him the No, you're gonna give him the body.
I've supplied everyone with something, you know.
He gestures towards Umbra and begins scooping mayonnaise from the barrel and spreading it across Aramil's body.
What the hell? Mayonnaise.
Is this what Umbra gets for his long backstory?
Tim, do I require explicit consent for this one?
Yes, I give consent. Strip his clothes off.
Sorry, we should have stripped him before using the mayo.
Oh my god.
Alright, Umbra's gonna very quickly and surgically strip Aramil down.
Cutting him out of his clothes.
He's wearing some what was it? He's wearing some hide armor. So you can just go ahead and.
He's lived for 10,000 years.
He never upgraded. he never upgraded his gear.
Dude, on top of that, he
Not
absolutely stinks.
That's fine.
He is rancidly stinking.
The mayo will help with that.
I'll pile all of his possessions
No,
in,
it will not.
and then we'll put him in the barrel, one of the barrels.
Oh my god.
You're just gonna dunk him in the barrel of mayonnaise.
So we'll apply a base layer of mayonnaise.
Oh,
And I think vinegar over that. That's the best option, right?
Yeah, we need to preserve.
Vinegar and
I'm
mayo.
just- We've got a lot of plans for this body, so we need to keep it in good shape.
Well, I mean, preservatives.
that's not gonna keep it in good shape.
We'll put some salt in there as well.
Yeah, salt water.
Yeah.
What?
And then obviously we've got to make
What a
sure it's
rank
airtight.
ass body.
We'll pop the lid on top as well.
Tim,
Are we putting him in the barrel?
Yeah, I thought we were going to preserve him for further study.
If we can fit him in a barrel, then he's going in a barrel. Yes.
I don't think
if you can bend the body to a shape, you can fit him in a barrel.
As rigor mortis saying yet.
probably not that.
Probably not just yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flowers.
I mean, what Umbra will do is he'll methodically, he's obviously done this many times before, is he'll start breaking bones in particular places.
Oh my
And
god.
he'll kind of fold up the body.
Oh
And-
my god.
Umbra, can you roll a strength check? Tim, could you
Yeah.
roll an insight check?
Insight. I'm being honest here.
No, not on you.
I
Oh,
might
wait,
also need a constitution check for the bone snapping.
Oh, actually-
Tim is not used to this.
So I have -1 for strength, but I actually got 19 base, so 18.
Okay, you do it fine. We'll start with the insight and then we'll do
13.
13.
Horrendous.
Oh
You
my-
sense
You're not
a
dead.
presence,
Ooh.
an evil presence,
Oh no.
and you sense a presence from the body, and then it's gone.
The evil presence, or
So there's an evil
presence,
presence, and then there's a presence from the body,
which I assume to be the soul.
and then the presence is gone.
Okay.
This shit is messed up.
Don't-
Whatever shit's going on.
Yeah. I don't have.
Messed up.
Oh, I do have something. Give me a sec.
You're playing a risky game for your first day on the shit.
Hey, Tim is my immediate boss, and he gave consent.
That is true. If you want to
I
give
think-
shit to anyone, give shit to Tim.
Yeah.
Both gonna get shit if it leaks out.
I'm
Honestly,
just not to know.
I think Tim would let Umbra take the helm because he can tell that Umbra's done this kind of thing before. and
Oh yeah, 100%.
Mayonnaise wasn't working.
Yeah, I'll preserve the body in a barrel. I'll seal it up so it's airtight. And Arthur, my new schedule for this week is this body. I'm not doing the other thing.
If you want to do anything bone or limb related with this
Oh,
body,
I need
you
my
are gonna
tools,
need
don't
your
I?
tools.
Ah,
In terms of preservatives, what would be the best thing out of the alchemy jug? Do you reckon?
So,
What does it do again?
Acid, poison, beer, honey, mayonnaise, oil, vinegar, freshwater, salt water, and wine. So it's got to be
Vinegar?
salt water out of those.
Well,
I
we
was
have to take
thinking
out the
it's
Actually,
water.
wine.
Wine?
wine.
okay.
Alcohol is an incredibly good
Yeah.
preservative.
Don't you pickle stuff in vinegar?
That's what I
You,
thought.
yeah, you can.
Salt
It'll
water and
pickle it.
both.
Salt
We-
water.
We need a body in
Basically,
good shape.
salt water, wine, or vinegar. Any will do.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Do you want
If you
a
think
boozy
alcohol-
caramel? A tasty
mean-
caramel? Or
I mean, yeah.
I
like,
mean,
I
we
suppose
gotta
in
give
that
him what he
sense, yeah.
wants, right?
yeah. Give Aramel with
It's
wine. Come on.
what you would have wanted.
This,
Do
this
it-
is
do
what,
it to
this
the
is what he
body.
would have wanted. Stuff
the
in a
thing is, the
barrel
wine
full of
might-
wine.
The wine
Hey,
might
man.
help the smell. 'Cause if
Actually,
it's
wine will
strong
help the smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That thing's gonna stink.
the choice would be wine, and I'm guessing Umbra would have that knowledge.
Yeah.
Well, he'd know that alcohol is
Yeah.
technically medicinally clean.
But this-
Mhm.
Do you name what type of wine? Is it white or red? 'Cause I'm imagining red. For this.
Yeah,
It's red.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
definitely
I
red.
think red wine has got to be. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I always just pictured the wine as red, but yeah.
It's always
You
red
get to
until we're
pick.
celebrating something, in which case it's like champagne that comes out
Okay.
at the rate you'd expect.
Okay.
I-
How
All
many?
over.
How much wine is that?
It's 1 gallon a day, I
wow.
think.
Oh, we're
so-
sorted for preservatives. I might need you to top up the other bodies. Things we've got in there.
Slip of the tongue, hey there.
Way to go.
Oh jeez.
The fact that it makes
this
8
is
gallons of
terrible.
fresh water as well, we could
Well,
like make some
do
heavy
you-
use of that.
Nah, we
Yeah.
need preservative. All right, we need a lot of preservative.
A barrel is 8 gallons, isn't it?
Yeah,
Could get
you're
a
only
barrel
gonna
of-
get like an eighth of the barrel full. No. His body's in there, so you'll get maybe half the barrel full.
That's fine. I'll pack caramel into the bottom half of the barrel.
Should we not use salt water for today? And then
Yeah, we'll top it up. We can do like a mixture. Like
Oh my
I assume
Jesus.
Umbra would know like the good ratio to use. So we'll just
Yeah, I mean, what after assuming if 1 gallon got the barrel half full, what it's 3 days salt water in this one today, then tomorrow and the day after we fill another barrel with 2 gallons of wine, and then we put caramel in that one.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
so much
looking
planning.
forward to Frank and Aramil,
Yeah.
or
Oh,
Aramil Stein, however we're gonna do this.
This is the best thing for him, really. Like we'll make good use of his body.
Yeah, I can allow that.
I'm debating that entirely.
Kill.
Look,
Oh
imagine
my
an undead
lord.
animal fighting along with us. Okay.
Or against us, Jesus.
I might need to take off a few.
Well, you know, he's technically a level 20 druid at least, so
Yeah.
it might prove useful.
Oh, Umbra's not quite good enough yet to bring back like a level.
He's
20.
fucking dead. He is not a level 20 druid now.
That's just merely a setback.
He's just a body.
Oh,
I-
Apparently, he's just a body.
I'll explain to Tim that Tim, we will. I need to work on procuring our surgical tools over the next week. But once I have my tool set, I will begin work immediately on this subject that you have so kindly given consent for.
You won't be hacking him to pieces, will you?
No.
Everyone deserves a second chance, Umbra. If we can give it to this man, he deserves it.
I will. I can remove his brain. And,
What? Were you not listening to anything I just said?
Tim, I can make him a beautiful second body.
Oh, Jesus.
no. Oh my god.
I have bestowed enough gifts from this. I am very happy.
A body that men will weep to behold. I can give it to him. Give me a chance. I'll do it.
So you will put this brain in another body?
Yes, a beautiful, awe-inspiring body. But I require this body to
For
better
keeps.
understand, if possible, with your kind permission.
You must let me try my hand at it first. Then I will allow you.
Of course. Please allow me to finish the tools that we all require. I'll have them by the end of the week.
Yes, you require.
Us.
You. I require no tools but the faith and joy live.
Oh my god.
Please, Tim. Mr. Tim.
Mr. Tim.
We must be delicate in our approach. Bodies are such fragile things, do you not
Yes,
think?
indeed. Which is why I'm apprehensive about you hacking the brain out of this one.
Trust me, I've removed several brains.
Oh, I don't doubt it. You will allow me my turn with the cadaver, and then I shall queef it upon you.
Of course. Thank you, Mr. Tim.
Oh my god.
Very,
It's a sinister duo.
as you are.
Yes. I'm not sleeping tonight. I'm too excited. I need to...
You will suffer a level of exhaustion.
That's fine. I'm gonna work through the night. I'm immediately beginning work on my tools.
Okay. All right.
If anyone walks by, they'll hear hushed whispers of. They can't quite make it out, but it sounds like somebody's whispering to themselves.
That's what Umbra sounds like.
Just generally.
That's all Umbra is. Just
Tim, are
someone
you
whispering to
going
themselves.
back to your quarters?
For the night, I think he'd go back up to Gruzeel. Like, this guy's seen some shit. Assuming, is everyone else woken up by now?
Well, the thing is,
Well, I'm first on shift, aren't I? So if I'm
you're
still awake,
first
then
on
no.
shift, sorry, and your yelling was terrible, but Tim was incredibly perceptive. So, no.
Should I have rolled to see if I was woken up?
I mean, to be honest, I was
pretty
going to do it against passive perception, but then Tim rolled anyway. So,
I think everyone else should really roll then.
I wonder if it's because Tim's name was specifically the one being called.
Okay, yeah,
Fair,
your
fair.
discretion, obviously.
I think we've done like a lot since then. It'll be kind of weird. I guess they could wake up now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I mean-
you don't necessarily have to have acted upon it, but just knowing that there was a
That's true. Yeah.
You could-
Some sort of commotion.
You could RP with the fact that you were dragging a body through the ship. It might
Yeah,
have
that's what I was
down the
thinking.
stairs.
Yeah,
You know.
okay.
And Tim
Yeah,
was
that's
shouting at Umbra too.
Are you more aware when you're transiting?
Yes.
'Cause you
Yes,
kind of
yes, you
meditate,
are
so
actually.
I probably would have
So,
something.
yeah, what I'd say is, Alarias, you'll be waking up soon anyway.
Yeah.
But you probably get to the end of your trance just, and then you decide to investigate. Kethra, yeah, roll it.
I got a 14, saying it's my passive, so what does
Okay,
that mean?
so literally it would be like you have a weird dream where you hear screaming and thumping, and you're not really sure what's going on, but then there's a huge unicorn there, and then you don't know what the fuck that's about.
Kethra's losing it, man.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know, dude. You don't want to know.
Yeah, so Tim, you get up, and Alarias, you would see Tim probably walking off, and the door to the infirmary shut, and some whispering happening.
Tim, what's going on? Some late night shenanigans.
Ask Gruzeel, I'm on my way too.
Alright. Yeah, I'll head up. Head up to
So
Medic.
you both head up. You both should be able to move your tokens, by the way.
Yeah.
Tim, did you leave the possessions in my infirmary, by the way?
I
It
think
is
the
infirmary.
staff,
The staff and the shield would have been on deck, otherwise Tim wouldn't have been able to carry him.
Okay. That's fine.
but you would have taken the clothes off, so like Tim's not paying attention.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll keep the clothes. I might use them.
Do you want me to tell you what he's got?
The clothes? Sure.
Because the satchel probably would still be on him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, this is gonna make me cry.
He has woodcarver's tools, a totem,
A totem. Yep. What kind of totem?
a
Like an animal totem.
like a little animal totem. He was wearing a tribal necklace. He had a clear orb.
Yes.
Clear
Small.
orb. Like a glass orb.
Yeah, like a glass
It
orb.
was one of the life orbs, but they're
Mhm.
obviously
Ah, of course, yeah.
Not connected anymore.
He has a hunting knife.
Ooh.
His spell book.
Oh yes, keep that
That's a
motherfucker.
druid spells though, so
no, because
Something
he
No,
he
I can do any spells.
he multi-classed to a wizard.
yeah, but
Mhm.
it's only like level 1 spells.
So yeah, there's only level 1
Fair enough.
wizard spells here, but there's stuff you can get.
Yeah.
I think
Mhm.
that you don't already have. The medallion with a rope necklace.
Shit.
That's
that work here?
Shit, that's really helpful, actually. if it
oh
works.
man,
What?
that's
Yeah, would
DM.
that
Dude.
work
That's up to Arthur.
Yeah.
Like,
And a bag of holding
Oh shit.
is
Ooh.
what this is all in.
Okay.
actually, no, actually no.
I might keep the bag of holding for my satchel, but I'm not interested.
Oh.
Is the hunting knife in good condition?
It's quite rusted and old. It looks like he hasn't used it for years, more as a keepsake.
Was that his mother's knife?
Yep.
Can I? By the way, can I state that medallion won't work?
Oh.
Ooh.
Shaking.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. I mean, based on the okay.
The other stuff is there's some ink wells in there, 3 quills,
What about Trisha?
a letter,
A letter.
and there is in fact a small tree branch in there.
Just a tree
Oh.
branch.
That's all that's left.
Okay.
Dead.
Might use that
Throw
for
it that way.
kindling or something later. Okay.
And Umbra,
Toothpick.
there's 138 gold in there.
Okay. That's pretty helpful for me actually, because I'm pretty broke. So
Yeah, I know.
Alright, so the things I'll keep, I'm gonna move these out of my animal section of my inventory. I'll keep the bag of holding, and I'll keep the gold. But everything else, Umbra's not that interested in. But like, I'll keep it. But yeah, I'm keeping it separate in my inventory.
Oh, and there's also a drawing of a halfling woman.
Is it explicit?
No, and I wonder who that halfling woman is.
Oh.
There's the contract that we all got,
Mhm.
and there are some crystal pieces scattered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the crystal? Yeah. The drawing.
Ooh, man, I have a lot of shit now. Okay.
It's just Cyrilla.
Drawings of Siri, right?
Oh, why would
Arthur,
they-
can I
they
integrate the bag of
drawings?
holding into my satchel?
Cyrilla drew it herself and gave it to him. I
Did
think.
he?
Yeah.
Did she?
I'm
I
sure
don't
so.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, fair enough.
Arthur, can I integrate the bag of holding into my satchel? I'll kind of like set it around the sides and stuff. Or just put it
Or
in.
as in sewedly attach it.
Yeah.
Well, you do have an ability called replicate magic item.
Oh, shit. Yes, I do. Umber wouldn't think that, though. It's not a person or a potion, so he's not that interested. It's just, he just sees it as, if someone mentions it to me, I'll be like, oh yeah.
You'll need a sewing kit to attach it,
Okay, for now, I'll just put
or
it
you
in the
could just
satchel.
wear 2.
I can't do that. I'll put it in the satchel, and then I'll put everything in the satchel in the bag of holding.
That's so okay. Just let him do it.
Basically,
Satchel in the
for you
satchel.
guys, he's still got a satchel, but when I reach in, I'll be reaching into the bag of holding that's in the satchel.
Funny bag.
Wow. It's like those people who have like a hip flask in a book.
Yes.
Cool. Alright, thanks. Got it all down.
Okay. So you come back on deck. Alarias, you see a staff and a shield next to Gruzeel. Tim, yeah, you see what you saw left after you took the body.
How nice is the staff? Can you explain?
It is a twisted tree shape with a carved out dwarven woman in the middle,
Oh wow.
and there are branches that fold out and are flowered at the top.
The
And
dwarven
they have
woman was
some
explicit, if I last remember.
Yeah,
Yep.
very explicit.
Yep, naked, completely naked, in a sexual pose.
Gross.
Goldbrick
But
made
It's,
it.
a it's a dwarvish woman, isn't it? as
Yeah,
well?
Yeah, it's a dwarvish woman.
Dwarvish woman, yeah.
So which Alarias would hate.
I mean, it
Oh, no,
depends
no,
on if
yeah,
you
large
interpret it as a dwarvish woman or perhaps just a style choice sculpture-wise. Like, it's down to you.
I mean, what sicko in this staff? Jesus. Gruzeel?
Twisted fucker.
What happened here?
I don't know, but he seemed to treasure it.
The man's just died. Have some respect.
I didn't know anyone died.
Oh, yes.
I like the fact that the one character that like should be interested at all is like, I don't know.
Oh, I suppose I should So remember I told you that I came from a different world? Well, the guy that showed up is also from that world.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
He was one of our traveling companions on the Mulvey. His name was Aramil. I was on a mission to have him and his team across the ocean to defeat some of our overlords that were threatening peace. It was actually one of his friends that taught me how to fight.
Oh shit! I just realised I never mentioned Talion. Yep, we're just gonna carry on.
Probably for the best.
Yes,
Probably for the
of
best.
course.
I don't think you'd want to know.
Oh,
what
was there important information about Talion? We need to pass it on, I think.
No, I think it's fine.
Probably more about Talion's fate. Than
Makes more
anything else.
sense in the hurried
Maybe like a
state
touching
that he
final
was
diary
in.
entry.
Yeah, but
Perhaps.
yeah, and he just popped out of nowhere. Kind of like how I did. I was hoping he could take me back, but no such luck. Although he did say a couple of things where I'll have to talk to the captain about.
I mean, it's a safe space, you can tell us.
Well, I don't know. Have either of you ever heard of someone called the Timekeeper?
Nope.
No. Nope.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently, Aramil's been going from world to world. I don't really know how that works, but maybe you're a magic person. Maybe that it makes sense to you. But he was saying something about if I go and find this Timekeeper in the east and give Aramil a notepad, a notebook, and then I can go home. Supposedly.
Does any of that make sense to me? Have I heard of any stories of like people in the East?
Roll an Arcana check.
19.
Time is a fragile thing. What he's saying and what the theoretical side of time is to you as a wizard in your training, you think back to theoretical about time threads and people being linked, and there was a reference to it's more of a fairy tale to you, like it's just references, almost like a story, that there were these people, this race of beings that were incredibly in tuned to magic, and some of them were incredibly in tune to the magic of time and space, and these were referenced as timekeepers. But again, it's almost folklore-esque. It's very much like old wives' tales, not really strong facts. But what you do know about time is there are different kind of magics that affect time. Haste, as an example. Time stop, you've heard about. You don't know how to use it, but you've heard of it. And there are these different mechanics around time that magic can mold and twist. And maybe there's more kind of time-styled magic out there, but you're unaware of it.
Gruzeel, man, it's a real shame that Aramil dude is dead. We could have learned a lot of interesting stuff from him. Time magic is a dangerous thing, but it's powerful. I've heard of these timekeepers, but it's only in tales, so I don't know if they actually exist.
Do your tales tell you where they supposedly live?
No,
Help
they said there
us
used to be a
away.
race. Well, I mean, these things this could all be made up. We don't know. There's no real facts.
I
But
mean,
if he's saying go east, maybe
put
there's something.
it this way: when I left him, he was a young man. And when he turned up here, he was very much not a young man. And he was an elf. And there's no way in the time when I left and now that he would have gotten that old.
Well, time does funny things.
But
Maybe
there's a
he
lot-
aged as he time hopped.
Sorry, Dan, I will say in those folklore tales, it does mention that those race of people tend to be guardians of a particular place of powerful magic. They tend to gravitate to a place of magic and protect it as a sanctuary.
but you
Just
don't-
as a...
But you don't know where that is.
Oh yeah, no individual, just general
Alright.
lore dump situation. Got 19, man. That's
Yeah, that's
nearly a 20.
so, yeah. The only location I know is some sort of sanctuary.
Well,
where
it's
they
it's
protected
just
magic.
Well,
So
I guess...
It could be by the east. He could
No.
be a crazy old man. I don't know.
Don't
Well,
latitude on
if Haramel says he's in the east, then he's in the east. I guess
If you trust him,
Yeah, trust me.
we trust you.
I mean, there's no reason to lie for him to lie, I guess. He seemed
Yeah.
like a good enough guy.
Normally
Talion seemed to like him.
Who's Talion?
The person who taught me how to fight.
Ah,
Upstanding guy.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a great man.
Yeah,
Honorable.
he was. He was definitely my favourite out of the bunch.
damn. Throwing some shade.
It's more than fair, really, more than fair.
100% putting a little note in that notebook now.
Oh man, I suppose I should read this notebook at some point. I'll do it when I get back to my quarters.
He didn't have any sort of spell book or anything. You know, he's a magic user. Could
Oh,
be
no.
something I could have learned from him.
He was one of those druid folk. So
Wait.
you know,
Wait, Gruzeel,
what?
where's the body?
Oh, I asked him.
We took it down for
Where?
we had to tend to it.
Who's attending to it?
Umbra is protecting it as we speak.
Oh God damn it, Tim!
So assumingly Alarias is going to run to the infirmary.
So did Gruzeel say, Gruzeel, you got the steering wheel.
I mean, technically, we're supposed to be passing shifts.
just give me a second. I need to see what he's doing with this body.
Fine.
Okay, so Alarias, you run down. You see this doorknob, and correct me if I'm wrong, Haiss. And this doorknob now has a again, correct me if I'm wrong. Has like a skull and crossbones styled thing, but the crossbones aren't crossbones. They're medical tools that are dripping with blood, and
Wow.
from them
Oh, what the hell?
are glowing a soft light. And when you go to hold it and turn it, goes, welcome. We welcome donations.
Holy motherfucking shit! Do I cut my hand?
No, you don't cut your hand. It's just like a pattern on the thing.
It's like a
Oh,
logo.
sorry, I see.
I made a logo for us. Yeah.
He made it.
Cool, it's
Made
a good flag.
made your logo.
I think Kethra's going to go for that somehow.
No.
But you get in there, and you see Umbra working on bones with tinkerer's tools,
Oh.
and you see cast aside. I assume on the floor, Umbra.
I would have piled them neatly in the corner.
Okay, piled neatly is some cut up clothes. What did you take again?
So the only things I took was the bag of holding and the gold, and everything else I left like.
Okay.
stacked up.
So you see, everything I said before, apart from those two things, and you do see the spellbook there. It is worn, tattered, and very dirty.
Mr. Alarias, what brings you feeling under the weather, are we? I have just the thing.
No, bro, I don't want any of your shit. What the hell have we done?
Please, raised voices can disturb the potions, I find.
Serve the potions. What about the bloody body? Keep the bodies down here.
Yes, Mr. Alarias, I'd like to let you know that I obtained full and explicit consent
So you can't see the body, but
Well,
you
I know
can
there's
see
a
that he's
body
working
down
on
here.
bones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know whose bones. It could be.
All,
You
all
don't know
I
whose
get are
bones.
creepy vibes right now. Jesus.
I have full consent. Yes.
Okay, I can't. Yeah, I mean, if you get consent, you get consent.
I did get consent.
From who?
Wait.
That's
yeah.
got to be an inside check, surely.
Oh, I did get consent.
It's from
He did
Gruzeel.
get
Give me
consent.
No, he did
What?
get consent, but
He
I'm
did
gonna
get
ask.
consent.
The rule before was Gruzeel and Kethra. You got to, and as well as whatever.
Yeah, I
so-
did hear those rules.
Um,
Umbra,
so-
did
You
you get
specifically
consent?
said for crew, and he's only said that he specifically got consent, which he feels he does from Tim.
I mean,
so
you
I'm
can
not gonna
ask
make.
from who, because obviously it's kind of weird that I got consent.
Yeah.
Oops.
Did you get consent from the dead body?
Mr. Tim gave me consent on behalf of the body.
On behalf of the body.
Yes.
I mean, I guess he isn't crew. He doesn't come under those rules.
I'm glad you see it that way. So, what brings you to my humble corner of the ship?
I mean, I just want to get in, get out. This place is freaking me out.
Perhaps a little pick me up to help.
No, I'm not drinking anything.
Persistent man.
I mean, the last potion you gave me just made me walk quicker.
He kind of looks quite, sort of moves quite animatedly. He's like, I have a new concoction I've been working on. I'd be most pleased if you would consider.
No. I'm not your guinea pig, Umbra.
Of
You can pick. I don't know. You can pick berry for that. I don't care.
Don't give him.
That was consent. No, don't give him consent.
No, it was just from us, not Alarias. So.
Yeah.
Of course.
No. That's not me giving consent. I mean, I was just joking.
Okay.
Look, do you have the spell book?
A spell book. I'll sort of potter over to the items, and I'll pick up the book and say, I believe this is the only book he had, and there were several other items on him. I'll give him. So he's after magical stuff. So I'll give him the clear glass orb.
Yep.
I'll give him the spell book.
Yep.
I'll give him the medallion with a rope necklace.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep the tree branch to light some candles. I'll give him the
Right.
crystal pieces as well.
Yep. Okay.
Anything else like magical? I guess the totem. Like someone could. Oh, the totem and the tribal necklace. They could be magical, couldn't they? So
I imagine you just offload everything. Like, don't want this crap.
I mean, are you Arcana checking any of this, or are you just giving it
I'm-
because you think it could be magical?
I'm just giving it because I think it could be magical. I mean, Umbra has no interest in wildly, these kind of things. I'm just here for people. And
Okay, so Dan, if you want to add those in like
Yeah.
custom equipments kind of thing, I think we should end there.
Yeah.
Quite frankly.
Very cool.
So,
Tim did want to congratulate Gruzeel on keeping his head. Sticking to his duties. He will commend Gruzeel to the captain for that.
Okay.
and on that note,
We got to
Next
explain
time.
everything else after that. Though.
on Pirate Adventures, what will Kethra think of the dead bodies currently in barrels in the infirmary? What will Alarias learn from this spell book? How the hell did Aramil get here? Maybe. We'll find out next time on Pirate Adventures.
Poor animal, man. He
Man.
10,000 years and he ends up like that in a barrel.
Yeah, man.